I'm finally about to start sewing up my Babylon leather bag kit, and I figured why not take you guys along with me for the ride. Hey Stitchers, it's your girl Kris. Welcome on into the channel if you're new here. Welcome back to the channel if you are an OG. Today is a holiday. It's actually the 25th of May when I'm recording this video. It is Whit Monday here on the Emerald Isle, and that means no work. Woohoo! I spent this morning working on a project that I was trying to finish up, and I did get it completed. And I thought for the afternoon, instead of starting another sewing project, although this is a sewing project, so instead of starting another garment sewing project, I figured it's quiet, it's rainy, let me sit down and start working on my Babylon leather kit. I'm really excited and a little bit nervous, to be honest. I'm not really one for hand sewing my garments. If you've been here for any time, then you know that. But this project requires me to hand sew. It requires me to slow down. It requires me to sit still. It requires me to use not one, but two needles, oh my goodness, to sew up this bag. But yeah, I'm up for the challenge. So let's head on over to the table and let's get started on this project. Alright, so this is where we are. This is what I got done in this session. I was able to do the top stitching on the handle and also right around this little hole that the handle goes into. I think it looks really, really nice, but oh my gosh, it is a little bit tedious. I'm not even going to hold you. I want to say this took me like maybe like an hour and a half, 2 hours. I was trying to be really careful, making sure I was doing everything right. But yeah, it looks good so far, but I'm calling it quits. My hands, like my wrist area is hurting from going like up and down with the needles. And I probably need to put a brace on my wrist because this one in particular tends to give me some problems. So maybe I'll do that for the next sitting. But yeah, I'm really happy with where we are so far. And I'm excited to see the rest of this come together. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's not the next day. It's not even the day after that. It has been maybe like 10 days or so since I've come back to report to you on the making of my bag, but let me explain. So I realized when I started working on my bag that a lot of the stitches are the same. It's called a saddle stitch, and most of the bag is constructed with the saddle stitch, except for when you're joining the front to the back piece right at the base of the bag. And that meant I thought, do you guys just want to see me doing the same stitch over and over and over and over and over again, notwithstanding that it's on a different section of the bag? And even more importantly, I sort of have just been sneaking in time to work on my bag. So I've been working on it on the way to and from work while my husband drives. On the days that he has driven both of us to work, we work fairly closely to one another in terms of proximity, and some mornings we do carpool because it does help us save a little bit of extra coin. We're both going in basically the same direction, basically to the same place, and so why not? And I have been using that time to work on my bag. I have worked on my bag in my bed, watching a TV show. I have worked on it at the barbershop. We took my son to the barbershop yesterday it was. And while he was waiting on his turn, I was sat outside under a tree working on my bag. And I say all that to say, I just haven't been in the space, I suppose, to sit down and record what I have actually been doing. And this is a great project, I think, for such times when you're not able to sit at your sewing station immediately. You might be traveling, you might be visiting friends, you might be just having some downtime and want to do something with your hands. And I have found this to be a really, really great way to utilize my spare time, like my downtime, and still being able to get my bag completed. So I'm back today and I'm back to show you guys my finished bag. Let me just go get it. All right, you guys, this might be one of the best projects I have ever worked on and one of my most proud moments. Like I look at my bag and think, oh my God, Kris, did you do that? Like you did that with your hands and nothing further? You guys, look at my bag. Isn't it cute? Oh, I do need to go back and tie my bow. I don't think I quite like how it looks. I think I need to pull it in tighter. But aside from that, isn't this the cutest thing ever? Oh, look at this baby. It has a back pocket on the outside, and then it opens with this little flap situation, and then it opens and has, this is the inside, and we can actually undo the bag and open it up. Can you see how big this is? I'm pretty sure this can fit my iPad. I know it's not going to be able to fit my computer. I don't think so, at least not like sitting down as it should, but it might be able to fit my iPad. It can fit my purse easily, my cell phone, some napkins, my lip gloss, my sunshades, and my glasses. And I wouldn't be surprised if it can actually hold more than what I'm saying. It's actually really spacious on the inside and so well made. Look, like look at the base of my bag. Screwing in the purse feet was actually quite satisfying. I was looking at them first and thinking, why would I need a screwdriver? But then I discovered exactly why when I was doing it. This is the bottom of the bag, and this is the different stitch that I was telling you about. This is the only different stitch. All of the other stitches are done using the saddle stitch. And you guys, it's just so nice. So nice. And the thread is kind of waxy and it gives off this really, really nice effect. It's nice and thick, so it looks like real top stitching. I mean, I guess it is real top stitching, but yo, to think that I did this entire bag with 2 needles and some thread is crazy. Absolutely crazy. But I'm super proud of it. Really, really proud of it. It has this strap, and the only thing is, I kind of wish that the location of the straps, like the, what do you call these pieces? Whatever you call these pieces, I kind of wish they were somewhere on the side. I'm not sure how easy or difficult that might have been, because when I hang my bag, you can see like it kind of, well, I guess it doesn't. Maybe it's just when I hold it up like that. Maybe that's silly. Because I thought maybe it would like tilt forward, but actually not. I thought for a minute it should have been at the side, but maybe it's fine where it is. But yo, look at my new bag, you guys. Oh my God. The one thing I would say about constructing this bag is I did not have a thimble. I mean, I do have a thimble, but I didn't use it. I didn't go and look for it. And even though this kit comes with those rubber things, which I have since learned from one of you guys, is meant to go like over the thimble to make it a little bit easier on the fingers, I didn't do that. And one of the needles slipped and got under my gel nail. Oh my gosh. And it started bleeding and it hurt. And it still hurts. And I'm like, yo, this is why we should have a thimble, but I didn't use one. I just went in with both of my hands and pushed those needles through the holes. Now, initially, I was having a little bit of issue when I started working on my project, getting my pocket piece to line up, this piece right here, because I had scanned the code on the slip of paper that I was sent, and it brought up an online tutorial which I was following, and I thought to myself, something must be wrong. So I reached out to Babylon Leather and I'm like, okay, I tried this. and it doesn't look right. I'm going to cut it out, but I want to know what might have gone wrong. It's missing a hole based on what the video was that I was seeing. I'm not seeing that on my piece, only to then be told that the tutorial was updated. They had made a couple of adjustments to the bag pattern, and they went ahead and updated the tutorial, but I did not have the new tutorial. It might be just because it had taken so long for me to get my kit, almost 9 months. If you missed it and you want to understand why, then go and check out this video right here. But they quickly remedied it by sending me the new video, and I was able to follow that one quite easily. Another mistake that I made, maybe not a mistake, but another observation is you have to be careful how your threads sort of intersect. Because if you pierce through one of your threads with your needle, then it has the effect of splitting the thread, which is all good. If you're going to continue stitching, it's probably not a huge deal. But if you make a mistake and you have to unstitch, and yes, I did have to undo a couple of my stitches a couple of times. Oh my gosh, it was just that. You have to be careful not to miss any of the holes, because if you do, then the stitching doesn't look right. And so you have to go back and redo it. I found myself having to do that just a couple of times, and I guess because I was multitasking, working on this project while I was doing a myriad of other things, I found myself in that position a couple of times. But once I had gotten the pocket situation sorted out in terms of the holes not lining up, because as I just said, I was watching the wrong tutorial, the construction of the bag itself was quite smooth, surprisingly. It wasn't very difficult. It was just very time consuming and needed you to be very meticulous in your repetition. I think that's basically it. So this is the type of project that you want to embark on when you really want to slow down and sort of just use your hands. Like once you get accustomed to how the stitches go, you can kind of like, for the most part, mindlessly do a lot of the stitches while you're doing other things. But I guess in my case, I don't know, the slip of a needle, something like that, just getting a little bit distracted, not paying full attention to what I'm doing. But yeah, construction was doable. I would definitely recommend getting one of these kits and trying it out. Even if you're not like a seamstress, if you're not a sewist, if you don't construct garments or you don't sew bags, but you're good with your hands or you want to learn how to work with your hands, I think that this is a great project, and look at the end result. Now I have gone through the Babylon Leather online catalog, and they have like 3 pages of bag options. So they do have like a healthy pot to choose from. When I had gone through it initially, this one stood out. I just loved the shape of the front of the bag. I'm really glad I chose this one, but I'm already eyeing it up thinking, which other one might I want to make? Because I definitely think I want to do this again. I'm not going to say immediately because it's time for me to get back to like actual sewing, like actual garments. My birthday is in less than a month, for example, and I have no idea what I'm going to wear, if I'm going to make something, and if I am, what I'm going to make. And considering that for the past like 8 years, I have been making something for me to wear on my birthday, I feel like I need to put a little bit of effort into doing that. But then of course, Pattern Hackathon is also around the corner. It's coming back again for season 4 in July. So needless to say, there are lots of things upcoming, and before I wing, it's going to be July. And I'm meant to be teaching some sewing classes this month. We are currently in June 2026, just in case you happen to see this video sometime after. So your girl has lots to do. Finally, it's probably going to take me like another year and a day to get the other kit, because this one took like 9 months, you guys. Like 9 long months. But looking at my finished project, I definitely think it was worth it. I am stoked. Really stoked. When it comes to rating my finished project, I am giving this baby a 10 out of 10. Hands down. It was my first time doing something like this, but I think it's really neat. And in all fairness, I think this is a project that will be difficult not to get neat if you follow the video tutorial very carefully. But y'all, I am in love with this. I love this shade of green. This is gorgeous. I love the little gold accents, and I think it's really well constructed. And I actually like the size. I think there's a smaller version to this one, which would be cute as well. But I think this size will allow me to like wear it to the office. Whereas the smaller one, I would probably have to like sort of put aside until I was actually going out, and I don't do that very often. So the fact that this one will fit quite nicely into my workwear wardrobe is perfect. And if you see the state of my current work bag, it's shameful. The straps are all sort of like peeling away, peeling off, whatever. It's showing that it has been used tremendously. So this baby is gonna come in really, really handy. Now you guys, if you enjoyed today's video, even though you didn't get to see as much of the sewing as I initially thought you would have, then please go ahead and give me a thumbs up, drop me a comment down below and let me know, what do you think of my final project, you guys? Like, what do you think of it? Are you as impressed with it as I am? Because yo, I freaking love it. Have you tried Babylon Leather before? Have you even heard of them? Is this something that you think you might want to do? If you do, then be sure to shop my affiliate code. It is Kris. I'm going to pop it here on the screen. I think that gets you like a free gift or something like that. But if you're going to shop a kit anyway, it's a great way to support your girl and to support my channel. Now, if you have gotten this far and you're not yet subscribed, then like, subscribe. Like, just click that button, subscribe, and then hype this video up and all the things, and I will catch you in the next video. So until then, you guys, stay calm, stay cool, stay safe, and absolutely keep sewing. Peace.